Welcome back, guys. Jonlar here with another episode of Thought Play, the series where I take topic suggestions, things to talk about from you guys in the comment section down below, things like questions or topics, any of that kind of stuff, and talk about them while playing a game of some sort, any kind of game that I feel maybe is slightly relevant or just something to interest you guys. In this episode, we're playing some Planetside 2 here. I'm on my cloaking battle flash. I haven't played in a while, so it isn't great footage, but, you know, I got a couple interesting kills, one especially I'll make sure to point out. And, yeah, so leave comments down below real quick with topic suggestions for the next episode. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about free-to-play versus play-to-win games and sort of how they mix together and my opinions on them. Again, nothing here is scripted. I'm just sort of going through and seeing what I can what I have to say about it. And I'm probably going to be using Planetside 2 here as an example a lot in this video because I feel Planetside 2 being a very good, in my opinion, free-to-play game. There's obviously, this pay-to-win aspect that comes in. So for those of you who don't know, free-to-play is any sort of game that is free to play. You don't have to pay money to be able to play it or download it. And pay-to-win is when you have a free-to-play game like this, or really it doesn't have to be free-to-play, but it usually is, where you can pay real-life money in order to get things that make you superior in a way. Sort of as the name would suggest, you pay to win. Now, a lot of people have their own opinions on Planetside 2 and whether it is a pay-to-win game or not. I personally would say no, and that's the kill I wanted to point out, just right there. That guy was just driving by, saw him on my mini-map, uncloaked, and just happened to shoot him off of his flash. I don't know. But anyway, back to the sort of thing here, the topic. In my opinion, Planetside 2 is not a pay-to-win game because although you can pay real-life money in order to get, better stuff, new stuff, along with cosmetic stuff, you can also get it all via all of it, except the cosmetic stuff. You can get all the weapons and stuff via the in-game currency, and, it might be you might think it's difficult to get that versus just pay real money, but, sure, what fun would it be if they made it really easy to get, right? I mean, it all plays into account here. But yeah, in my opinion, definitely, I would not call Planetside 2 pay-to-win, because in addition to that, all the weapons, sort of, in my opinion, are fairly balanced. I mean, sure, as you pay more, you're going to get slightly better stuff, but, even just the default weapons you can do very well with. I mean, the ones you get just to start out with each of the kits are all very useful. I mean, sure, I've played Planetside 2 a lot, I have a lot of advanced stuff here, but all the original guns I can still go back to and play well with. I don't need the stuff that I've bought to play well. Sure, with like the flash here, I have, the cloaking and all that upgraded, I have the gun on it and, all of that, but you can get that all with in-game currency. Most of it I did. I don't think I put just a little bit of money into Planetside 2 a while back at my birthday, and, that's not even how I got the camos. The camos I got for being around for a year or something like that. I forget exactly what it was. It was some sort of a loyalty reward thing. I didn't even buy them. Actually, I may have bought some of the camos that I have, but I don't know. And then, a couple other things. But really, overall, this is just what most of it I've gotten in-game just by playing. But yeah, this is getting a little off topic. I'm talking more about Planetside 2. But just in general, I dislike pay-to-win games. I don't think of it as fair. I don't think of it as fun. Because, the people who have money to spend in these games, or, that could be either that person with a full-time job that just, has a little extra time, or has a lot of extra time to play games and no real other reason to use their money. Maybe they're, they don't have a family necessarily to feed for, or they just make way too much money in their job or something, and they can just come onto these games and, not really play at all, but pay all this money into it and have the best stuff and play really well, just like that. Where other players like me that don't have a lot of money to spend into games like this just come on, we have to work our way up to these things, if at all. And then then there's that kid that has his mom pay a whole bunch of money into the game for him because she thinks that's gonna make her son happy with her and all that. And sure, that might be true, but again, it's this person's getting a completely unfair advantage just because they have the ability to put a bunch of money into the game. I mean, if you sort of think about it that way, you start to realize just kind of how unfair this is to the people who either don't have a lot of money or don't have the money to spend. And sure, it's a free-to-play game. The company needs to make money. I understand that. They need to make money somehow. Memberships, all of that are ways to make money, but they're not as reliable as making people pay for items. But I think there are better ways to do it, and yeah, I guess that sort of concludes this episode, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Leave questions down below, future topics, all that, and I will see you guys next time.
Shut up, John. Shut up, John.